In the summer of 2008, a little girl named Kaylee Anthony vanished from her home in Orlando, Florida. But the most shocking part wasn't that she disappeared. It was that her mother didn't report her missing. Not for a day, not for a week, not even for a month. This is the heartbreaking story of Kaylee Anthony and the lies that shook America. Kaylee was just 2 years old, bright-eyed, smiling, and full of life. Her grandparents, George and Cindy Anthony, absolutely adored her. From the outside, they believed their daughter Casey was a loving and dedicated parent. But no one truly knew what was happening behind closed doors, hidden away from the world. On July 15, 2008, everything changed forever. A frantic and terrified Cindy Anthony called 911. She explained to the operator that she had finally found Casey after weeks of her being away. But Kaylee was nowhere in sight. And then, Cindy said the chilling words that stunned the operator and would soon horrify the nation. "My daughter's car smells like there's been a dead body in it." In that moment, one of the most infamous investigations in modern history exploded into the public eye. Detectives quickly uncovered the most disturbing detail of all. Kaylee hadn't been seen by her family in 31 days. And what was Casey doing while her daughter was missing? She was out partying, laughing with friends, entering hot body contests, and living her life as if nothing was wrong. When officers finally questioned her about why she never called the police, Casey gave a bizarre explanation. She claimed she was conducting her own investigation. But as they dug deeper, every single story she told began to fall apart. Casey's primary claim was that Kaylee had been taken by a nanny named Zanny the Nanny. She gave police an address, a phone number, and even a place of employment for this mysterious caregiver. Investigators followed every lead. They went to the apartment complex, knocked on doors, and checked the phone records. The result? None of it was real. There was no nanny. There was no kidnapping. There were just lies. And a terrifying question began to form in the minds of investigators. If Kaylee wasn't with a nanny, what really happened to her? For months, the entire country joined the desperate search. Thousands of tips flooded in. Posters with Kaylee's smiling face were plastered everywhere, and volunteers combed through woods and swamps, all hoping she would be found alive. But on December 11, 2008, a utility worker noticed something unusual in a wooded area just a short walk from the Anthony family home. A tragic discovery was made, and it confirmed everyone's worst fears. With this, Casey Anthony went from a lying mother to the prime suspect in her daughter's disappearance. In 2011, the trial of the century began, captivating a nation and becoming one of the most watched court cases in American history. Prosecutors argued that Casey Anthony didn't want to be a mother anymore. They painted a picture of a young woman who felt her daughter, Kaylee, was in the way of her freedom and her party lifestyle. The defense, however, presented a shocking alternative theory. They claimed Kaylee had drowned accidentally in the family pool, and a panicked Casey, influenced by her dysfunctional family, decided to cover it up. With no definitive forensic evidence, the jury was left to decide. But only one thing was certain: Kaylee was gone. After 6 long weeks of testimony and intense media speculation, the jury returned with its decision. The courtroom held its breath. Not guilty of murder, not guilty of manslaughter. The verdict sent a shockwave across the country. Millions watching at home were stunned and outraged. Outside the courthouse, crowds chanted in anger. But the decision was final. Casey Anthony, the woman America had dubbed the most hated mom, walked free. For many, it felt like Kaylee never received the justice she so deeply deserved. Kaylee Marie Anthony should be alive today. She should be laughing, playing with friends, and experiencing all the joys of growing up. Instead, the world remembers her through cherished photographs, teddy bears left at memorials, and a case that left an indelible mark on the justice system. The questions surrounding her final days remain, a haunting reminder of a life cut far too short. Thank you for watching. If you believe Kaylee deserved more, please drop a heart in the comments to honor her memory. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next story.